It is here. It has finally happened. The moment of truth. We finally know what the starters are for Pokemon Legends Z-A. And I was not expecting there to be two Gen 2 Pokemon, Totodile and Chikorita. That's crazy. Did anyone else have that on their bingo card? Let's be honest. Did you predict two Gen 2 Pokemon for the starter? I almost feel like that kind of changes things a little bit. Like there's no ground rules moving forward for whatever the next Legends game is going to be. They could take two Pokemon from the same it could be the same original trio. Who knows at this point? But that's crazy. I'm excited. I'm already excited about this. The starters, Chikorita, definitely needed to happen if they are getting new forms or new typings. Chikorita definitely needed that. Chikorita could benefit very well from receiving a second typing. Totodile as well. For alligators, only a single typing as well next to Megaman. So these two Pokemon in particular will benefit very well from receiving a second typing. Again, if they do what they did with Legends Arceus and gave them a second form, then yeah, these two Pokemon in particular will benefit very well from that. Tepig, however, I'm not sure, because Fire and Fighting is a really good typing, a good type matchup. However, at the same time, we do kind of have a lot of Fire and Fighting type starters. There's kind of a lot of them, so I guess it would kind of make sense to go back and change one of them to have a different typing. Again, assuming that's what they're doing. I really hope that's what they're doing. Now, as for what those typings are going to be, I am not sure. Frankly, I was kind of hoping that Chikorita was going to be Snivy. I was hoping we were going to get Snivy in this game and that Snivy would have been a grass fairy type. I never mentioned this on the channel, but this was conversations I've had with my friend and stuff. I really thought we were going to have Snivy as one of the starters, and it would be a grass fairy type, and it would be like very elegant and pretty and would have like a cherry blossom theme to it, because like it's Legend Z. It's based off of the X and Y games, and X and Y were based off of like elegance and beauty, and like there's a reason why it was the first game to have customization for your character. It's about beauty and fashion. So because of that, I thought we would get a superior that would be a grass fairy type and would be very beautiful, cherry blossom like. That was what my mindset was. That's what I thought it was gonna be. But I guess they can still do the elegant cherry blossom route with a Megaman. I can still see that working out. Totodile, I mean, currently I do not have any ideas of what the second typing would eventually be for Feraligatr. Hopefully that's not one of those things where like I came up with the idea after I finish recording this and just be like, dang it! No, it could have been that. But that's alright. But because of that, I'll just skip over the Tepig. I was thinking, what if for Tepig, for its third evolution, was it Emboar? Sorry, I'm not too familiar with Black and White. But if its third stage is a fire dark type. That's what I was thinking as soon as I saw this trailer. It's like, oh, what if it turns into a fire dark type Pokemon? It stays on all fours instead of standing up like it originally does. Like, no, it goes back on all fours, fire dark type, and it would be like a menacing type of pig, like the scary pigs that you would see in like Dark Souls or Bloodborne. But I mean, I guess it's Pokemon, so it would be still cutesy, but it would still a little more cute than Dark Souls. How about that? Now that's a sentence. That is something I said. But yeah, that's just something that I imagined. It's like a fire dark type pig. It's got like a ring in its nose and everything. Like scary, but cool. Aside from that, I feel like they revealed a lot and not very much at the same time. if that even make any sense. Like, so like we got the starters. That is huge. We see the starters. Along that we got a little bit of what the game is gonna actually look like, and it's gorgeous. This game looks really nice. And like, I don't know, I might just go out of my way and just go ahead and say, I think Pokemon learned their lesson. And let me explain what I mean by that. I think what they're doing is they're doing more with less. and like the opposite effect of that, if they were trying to do less with more, was Scarlet and Violet. Don't get me wrong, I loved those games. I had a lot of fun with Scarlet and Violet, but I think they were a little too ambitious with those games. I think they bit off more than they can chew, and the game's final product was not what they were hoping it would be. It was frankly not what everyone else is hoping it would be. So yeah, and I guess like what I'm trying to say is like when I was playing Scarlet and Violet, what I really missed being able to do in the Pokemon games is explore, essentially explore. Like there was a charm and a magic behind just going into people's houses and talking to NPCs and getting some lore and like whatever stories that revolve around that particular region. It was like one of my favorite things to do in the Hoenn games, actually, in my Ruby version. But yet I missed just barging into people's houses and talking to NPCs. I don't really feel the need to talk to NPCs in Scarlet and Violet. I kind of just wander off and stare at Pokemon and shiny hunt in that game. That's pretty much all I do in Scarlet and Violet. And I hope they kind of bring that back with Legends Z-A, and that's the kind of the point that I'm getting at here, is doing more with less. Like they're scaling down into just a city. Everything you're doing is in the city. It's a smaller area, and just like work around that. Like it's make you feel like not that you need to talk to NPCs, but that you would want to, and that you can explore the inside of these buildings. Like have it feel alive. Like you can see where these people live and just go in their houses, get their story. And that's what I missed from the old Pokemon games, and that is something that I hope that they are doing with Legends Z-A, and I feel like they kind of are. Like, and also like they showed off the travel mechanic. You can run on top of buildings, Assassin's Creed style. And I think that's pretty cool. Like they showed like an elevator thing. They showed you running on top of the rooftop. I think did they show a battle on top of the roof? I thought I saw that. But anyway, you got the Rotom phone that will like give you a boost onto a building that's semi close by. You can just hop on over there, and the Rotom phone's like, okay, I'll take you right over there. And that's cool. You're running off rooftops. It's freaking Pokemon Assassin's Creed. They also showed off there's like some like enclosures, like just blocked off areas inside of the city where wild Pokemon would be spawning, but I don't know, it's like a protected little area, but you can just go in there and catch a Pokemon or take a Pokemon. It almost feels like you just, I don't know, walked into a zoo and took an animal. It's like, here's a protected area. This is a blocked off enclosure. There's wild animals in there. Now pick one out for yourself. But they did also show off a Baneri that was running around in the city. It looked like it wasn't part of the enclosure. There was just a wild Baneri in there, and you were catching it. But I don't know. Let's see how the game is, how it comes out when it eventually releases. I'm excited for its release. I'm really excited for this game. I'm really hyped for a Pokemon game, and that feels really good to say. I'm looking forward to a Pokemon game's release. I'm really excited for this one, and I really do not remember the last time I said that. I mean, granted, I loved Legends Arceus, and I was what's the word that they use? Just like carefully optimistic about that game. It's just like I was proceeding with caution. I was just like, it looks good, but let's just wait for judgment until I actually play it. But not this time. No, Legends Z-A. I'm looking forward to this game, and I'm really excited for this game, and I feel like it's been a while since I've said that about a Pokemon game. I mean, yes, I know I keep playing the games that come out anyway, and I do feel like I mean, at least for Scarlet, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Scarlet and Violet was fun. I knew what I was getting into when I got it, but I wouldn't say that I was like really excited to play it, you know? But Legends Z-A, I'm really excited to play this one. And I know I've already said it a lot already, but I'm really excited to play this game, and it feels good to be able to say that. It's like, all right, this recording is getting a bit long now. I dropped a bit of a brain dump on you a little bit. I guess I'll start wrapping it up now, and I'm gonna stick by my previous predictions that I talked about last time they dropped a Legends ZA trailer, and that was I'm still standing by what I'm saying, that this game is going to have the deepest level of character customization we've ever seen in a Pokemon game. I'm still gonna stand by that. There's gonna be a lot of clothes. There's gonna be a lot of like cool clothes, cute clothes, lots of maybe even like hair. There's gotta be hairstyles. I'm standing by that. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that. The characters that we're playing as in this game, they look older. It's like, it doesn't look like we're playing as like a 10-year-old kid in this one. like I'm excited. Like it looks like we're playing as an older character. Like it was like, are we freaking 20 years old? Look at that person. I was like, that in itself is already very exciting to me. But anyway, that's not the point. That's not what I was trying to get at. We're talking about the original predictions, and I'm gonna stick with them. I think pretty much every original prediction that I was originally stated in the previous video, I am sticking with, and that is a deep level of character customization. Mega Ceruledge is another one that I remembered. I want to stick with that one. I think we're getting that. Oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about the fact that it's called Legends Z-A, and like the game takes place in modern times, and I think that's really cool. I know a lot of people were expecting it to be a game to take place in the past because of Legends in the title, but no. With the name, I feel like with the name like Legends Z-A, they were going to take the original ideas that they had for a Pokemon Z game that they were like probably going to do at one point several years ago when X and Y first initially came out. So like, yeah, with a name like Z-A, I think they're taking the opportunity to use old ideas that they had, and I think that's cool. I mean, I don't have anything to confirm that that's what they're doing, but come on, why else would they make this game? It's like they're allowing themselves to be creative, they're allowing themselves to use old ideas that they had that they wanted to do, and I think that is really cool. I think that's the point of Legends Z. Like, we're finally getting Pokemon Z, and it's in the form of a Legends game, and that is awesome. And it takes place in modern times. It doesn't take place in the past, which means Legends doesn't mean in the past. It simply just means a different story. Oh yeah, and they also introduced a new mechanic, which looks like real-time RPG battles dodging and whatnot. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's see how that works out, because it could either be like very necessary to win some battles, or it could be like a mechanic you forgot was even in the game. Let's see how it works. All right, now I've officially rambled on for too long, and I will just leave it at that. Thank you for hearing my opinion, and goodbye.